Dear students, I am Mr. V.D. Jadhav from Department of Chemistry on the behalf of KTHM College Nasik 2. Student, on the previous lecture we start second chapter, that is statistical analysis and analytical figure of merit. And in that previous lecture we seen standard deviation, arithmetic mean, error, types of error, etc. In the present lecture, we will discuss calibration and linear response function. Calibration, an important step in the validation of any analytical method, is the establishment of the mathematical relationship between the measured response yi and the concentration of the analyte, that is Ci, nothing but Ci is equal to Xi. Once the mathematical relationship has been established, the analytical instrument or method may be calibrated. The calibration procedure will depend upon the type of method, whether the method is instrumental or non-instrumental, the type of sample, the degree of accuracy and precision required, and the concentration range of the analyte or analytes of interest. For the purposes of this discussion, the types of response concentration functions commonly experienced in pharmaceutical and biomedical analysis have been conveniently divided into those that are linear and those that are non-linear. First, linear response functions. The most convenient response function shown in figure 2.7 is one in which the measure quantity, that is yi, is linearly related to the concentration, that is capital Ci is equal to Xi. According to the equation, measure quantity yi is equal to B into Xi. Xi nothing but concentration plus A. The constant B and A, the slope is B and intercept A. Coefficient are given by the equation B is equal to summation of limit going from I is equal to 1 to I is equal to n xi minus x bar into yi minus y bar upon summation of limit going from I is equal to 1 to I is equal to n xi minus x bar square. It is slope, and intercept A is equal to y bar minus d into x bar. This is response function in which measure quantity yi is linearly related to concentration. In this figure 2.7, regression analysis of representative calibration data showing 95% and 99% confidence intervals, upper, and analysis of residuals, that is lower. This is analysis of residual in lower figure, and regression analysis of representative calibration data showing 95% and 99% confidence interval showing in that figure. Here 99% regression analysis of representative calibration data, and here 95% response versus concentration, and lower figure residual versus concentration. In equation 2.13, that is A, this equation 2.13, A is equal to y bar minus b into x bar. Here x bar and y bar are the means of the major responses yi and the concentration xi respectively. Figure 2.7, this figure 2.7 shows the result of a hypothetical experiment to establish the relationship between the peak height obtained by a technique such as liquid chromatography and the concentration of analyte injected. This figure also shows that the relationship between the major response and the analyte concentration. The relationship between major response and analyte concentration obtained by unweighted least square linear regression analysis must pass through the centroid x bar, y bar and the intercept b and centroid x bar, y bar. Most handheld calculators and simple computer programs such as Cricket Graph or Delta Graph readily allow the calculation of the slope and intercept as well as the correlation coefficient R. Which is a measure of the goodness of fit of the data. Equation 2.14. This is equation 2.14. Correlation coefficient of R is equal to summation of limit going from I is equal to 1 to I is equal to n xi minus x bar into yi minus y bar upon in square root of summation of limit from I is equal to 1 to I is equal to n xi minus x bar square into yi minus y bar square. A value of +1 for R indicates perfect correlation and a positive value of the slope B, and a value of -1 for R indicate perfect correlation and negative value of the slope B. A value of 0 for R indicate no linear correlation between x and y. If necessary, the statistical significance of the correlation coefficient may be determined using a two-tailed t-test. This value of R is obtained for least square linear regression. The value of R is obtained for the least square linear regression analysis of the sample data in figure 2.7 is 0.994. This corresponds to a t value of 29.05, which is highly significant. P is less than 0.01. Although the value of the correlation coefficient R is readily obtained, it should not be relied on to establish the linearity of the calibration data per second, because calibration data that have a high degree of curvature can give high value of R greater than 0.99 and statistically significant value of T. Instead, other approaches should be used to establish the linearity of the response function. The most useful approach to determine whether the calibration relationship is linear is to analyze the residual. Residuals, that is equation 2.15, delta yx is equal to yi minus yi cap. This is residuals, or the difference between the observed and the predicted value of the measure response. This is difference between the observed yi and the predicted value of the measure response y cap I, predicted value of the measure response, and this is observed response. Which should be randomly distributed around a value of 0 when plotted against xi. Any curvature in the data is accentuated by analysis of the residual. With the analysis of the residuals, that is equation 2.15, delta y comma x is equal to yi minus y cap I suggests curvature in the relationship between response and concentration. A non-linear approach should be considered in addition to the calculation of residuals. The correlation coefficient, equation 2.14, this equation 2.14, correlation coefficient R, and its t value, that is this 29.05, here not I, here t value. This is t value, sorry for mistake, I here write I, it is nothing, not I, it is t value of 29.05. The correlation coefficient, that is R, and its t value, a more complete analysis of the data involves the calculation of the standard errors of the slope and intercept, which may be obtained from equation 2.16 to 2.18. SB is equal to Sy upon x upon square root of summation of limit going from I is equal to 1 to I is equal to n xi minus x bar square. Sa is equal to Sy upon x into under root of summation of limit going from I is equal to 1 to I is equal to 1 to I is equal to n xi xi square upon n into summation of limit from I is equal to 1 to I is equal to n xi minus x bar square. Where sy upon x, this sy upon x is equal to under root of summation of limit going from I is equal to 1 to n yi minus y cap square upon n minus 2. SB is the standard error of the slope B. SA is the standard error of the intercept. This y cap is the value calculated from the fitted line, and yi minus y cap, this yi minus y cap are the residuals. For a perfect linear correlation between x and y, the value of each of the residual will be 0. The confidence interval for the intercept and the slope may also be calculated. The confidence interval for the intercept and the slope, intercept nothing but A and slope is B, calculated by using equation 2.19 and 2.20. Here confidence interval slope is equal to A plus minus T into SA, and confidence interval B confidence interval A nothing but for intercept, and confidence interval B for slope. Is equal to confidence interval B is equal to B plus minus T into SB. An alternative approach to determining the significance of the y-intercept is to establish whether or not the y-intercept is included in the confidence interval of the calculated values of the response. Y cap I at xi is equal to 0. Y cap I here cap remains to write y cap I at xi is equal to 0. Once the linearity of the response function has been established and the statistical significance of the intercept determined, the decision is made as to whether application of the method should be based on multiple point or 2-point calibration. Alternatively, the initial analysis of the response function by least square unweighted linear regression may indicate that a nonlinear response function is more appropriate. This is all confidence interval, then standard error of the slope SB, standard error of the intercept SA, are nothing but R is correlation coefficient delta y comma x, that is residuals. This diagram showing regression analysis of representative calibration data showing 95% and 99% confidence interval and residuals. 95% and 99% is confidence interval and residuals. This is B is slope and A is intercept and linear response function. Thank you.